Part of the Paleo Ark Evo Plus Native Aquatics mod by Up From the Depths, the Cryptoclidus is a small, stealthy and fast ocean man. You'll find these shy creatures close to the shores and waterways of the Ark, but offer them a little bit of calamari and you'll have a fantastic new friend to explore the depths with. But is this graceful ocean dweller a fictional creation, or is it based on reality? Let's find out. First discovered in 1892, the Cryptoclidus was a medium-sized plesiosaur that lived during the Middle to Late Jurassic, around 180 to 145 million years ago. Their fossils have been found across the world, including in England, northern France, Russia and South America. This spread of fossils may seem incredibly wide, until you remember that during the Jurassic period the world looked a little like this. While the supercontinent Pangaea started to break apart during the mid to late Jurassic, it was still fairly condensed and surrounded on all sides by water, and it's thought that Cryptoclidus resided in and around the central water body, the Tethys Sea. Whole fossilized Cryptoclidus at various stages of growth have been found in abundance in the clay quarries around Oxford and Peterborough in England, and that means, for once in these videos, we're actually able to talk about what they may have looked like with some certainty. Cryptoclidus is a member of the Sauropterygia superorder, which is a family of aquatic reptiles that evolved from terrestrial ancestors during the Triassic. In-game, Cryptoclidus' closest relative is the plesiosaur, but their extended family tree also includes the ichthyosaur, archelon and carbonemys. Much like their in-game counterpart, the real-life Cryptoclidus was a medium-sized ocean-dwelling reptile, measuring up to 4 meters or 13 feet long and weighing between 737 to 756 kilograms or 1,625 to 1,667 pounds. Their necks were long compared to their body length, but anatomical studies have revealed that their necks are probably not particularly flexible. The fragile build of their skulls and teeth mean that they would not have been able to grapple with prey that had the capability to fight back or struggle, and this suggests that they lived on a diet of small, soft-bodied animals such as squid and shoaling fish. Their teeth resembled something out of a horror film and were long, pointed and angled forward, intermeshing when the mouth was closed. It has been thought that they could have used these to strain small prey from the water or sift through sediment for buried animals. With their fragile skulls and poorly articulating necks, which would have needed to be held straight in order to gain any speed, it is thought that Cryptoclidus was an ambush predator rather than one that pursued its prey. The name Cryptoclidus means hidden clavicles or collarbones, and this is a reference to the creature's very small collarbones that are hidden in its front limb girdle. The type species, or first described species of the genus, has the name Eurymerus, which means wide femur. Although the femur is a hind limb bone, the name is actually referring to the forelimb bone of the creature that had been mistaken for a hind one due to its increased size. Cryptoclidus had large, developed forelimbs with a paddle shape that enabled it to move through the water with a flying motion. The hind limbs were smaller, but also had that characteristic paddle shape. Cryptoclidus was a marine reptile, but unlike most other reptiles, they gave birth to live young rather than laid eggs. It is thought that the young would have lived in estuaries until they were grown enough to head out into the open oceans. There is some debate as to whether or not Cryptoclidus could come on shore like the game version. Some researchers argue that they were exclusively water dwellers, whilst others have suggested that they could have been more amphibious and able to move around on land much like modern-day seals. At the beginning of the Jurassic period, the supercontinent Pangaea was breaking apart, creating two main continents, Laurasia in the north, which consisted of modern-day North America and Eurasia, and Gondwana in the south. Gondwana would then start to separate in half. The continental drift created a basin between the landmasses and new oceans would flood in. These shallow interior seas were filled with an abundance of diverse life. It was here that Cryptoclidus could be found, sharing the water with other plesiosaurs, giant marine crocodiles, sharks, ichthyosaurs, cephalopods and ammonites, as well as a variety of fish and plankton. Where the waters were warm, coral reefs and sponges grew. The Jurassic period saw an increase in volcanic and seafloor spreading activity, and this resulted in a large amount of carbon dioxide being released into the atmosphere. This led to increased global temperatures. The ocean waters have been estimated to be around 20 degrees Celsius or 68 degrees Fahrenheit at the surface, and the Tethys Sea would have been similar to modern-day tropical waters. Specific creature extinctions are often difficult to pin down, and the Cryptoclidus is no different. Plesiosaurs existed in Earth's waters from the late Triassic around 203 million years ago until they disappeared during the Cretaceous-Paleogene extinction event about 66 million years ago. The Plesiosauria order had a huge variety of creatures within it, and Cryptoclidus is just one of those, and I've not been able to find any sources that specifically deal with the disappearance of this creature. However, according to some, the plesiosaurs have survived to modern day, and if you're really lucky, you might just get to see one swimming in the dark waters of Loch Ness. If you've enjoyed this video, why not check out this one on another of Ark's ocean dwellers, the Megalodon. But for now, I'll see you in the Ark. Take care.